Hello, I'm DeDe. In this seated core strengthening session, we'll do exercises for our torso, which will allow us to train stability, strength, and endurance in our mid-body. Toward the end, we'll also do some mobility work to gain greater range of motion and keep ourselves limber. Here's what you'll need: a sturdy armless chair, some athletic shoes, and some water for hydration. Make sure you set the water out of your way. It can be under your chair. Make sure you have plenty of room around your sturdy armless chair to move your arms and legs freely. And remember, always perform the moves at your own pace. So come on and join me in the chair now. Have a seat. So we're sitting away from the back of the chair. We're sitting with our feet even and straight. We have our knees over our ankles, and our knees are in line with our hip joints. Now we're going to lift the rib cage up, so we're sitting up straight and tall, and we have ears over shoulders and shoulders over hips. Hold on to the chair whenever you need to, and only let go of it if you feel confident doing it. Otherwise, you're holding on. All right, holding on at first if you'd like. Let's do some alternating heel lifts. So we go right heel and left heel. We're breathing in and out continuously through the whole session. Anytime you want to stop and grab a drink, make sure you do that. Take little sips. It's important to stay hydrated. I always talk about that. It's really important. Lift and lower. Feel the stretch through your feet, through your ankles, and feel the work happening in your calves, those big muscles in the back of your lower leg. 2 more. Now, stop, press your palms together, and we'll go side to side here, preparing the wrists, the forearms, and the hands. We'll be doing some holding on to the chair, as I said, but we'll also do some work that requires we press our hands into the chair. So we want to prepare. Now let's go back to the feet. You can put your hands on your legs if you want to. Circle one ankle around and then the other. So hands on the lap is an alternative if you don't feel like you need to hold on to the chair. And that goes for any time. This is a big circle, using the ankle, the foot, the toes. Let's make it bigger. So really go in, forward, out. In, forward, out. 4 more. Now let's go back to our arms. Let's inhale, palms facing forward, and then exhale, arms sweep forward. So inhale, bring your arms back. Feel what's happening in your shoulders and your chest. Let's make it a little bit bigger now. Lift your chest up and then let it drop down. Do that again. Inhale, exhale. Now it's a twist. So we inhale and then look over your right shoulder and exhale. And we'll switch. Inhale, big deep breath in. Exhale around. One hand on your leg, one hand on the chair. So we turn from the waist up. Turn your ribs. Turn your chest. Turn your head. And go as far as you can and that twisting direction. Now we have a side bend. So inhale, the arms come out. One hand on the chair. Make sure you have space. Exhale, reach over. Let's switch sides. Make sure you have room on the chair for your hand so you can support your lateral flexion, so you can support your side bending. Inhale. Exhale. We got a few more. See if your arm can straighten a little bit more. And if it can't, it doesn't have to. We want to take some time to warm up, especially through our mid-body. We're going to be asking it to work, so we want to prepare. Now we reach diagonally, so it's not too high. We bring this arm up, and then we reach it diagonally as we exhale. Let's do the same thing in the other direction. So we're focusing on core strengthening for this session. Where is our core exactly? The core is everything except for your arms, your legs, and your head. So it's your entire torso. If our core is strong, then our arms and legs can be stronger. Doesn't that sound good? It's true. If you have a weak midsection, then your arms and legs can't be as strong as their full potential. We have one more here. All right, now let's step the leg out. You can hold the chair at first, step out, and step in. Nice and solid in the middle. Step out, point your toe, and step in. Step out, big stretch for the leg, in. Make sure you have plenty of space. Now we go just a little bit faster. So we go out and in, out and in. Can we add the opposite arm? Out and in. Try it. So we're already challenging our core just with this opposing arm and leg reach in this frontal plane or in this sideways direction. It's going on behind the scenes. We don't tell our core muscles to switch on and off. They do it automatically when they're needed. And the stronger they are, the better they can do their job. One more. Now bring your feet back in. Hands across your chest now. Circle to the front, over to the right, toward the back, and then we'll reverse. Circle back, over to the right, to the front, and then reverse. So we're training our core all the way around. Some of the muscles in our abdomen and our waist and our back. Can you feel them contracting? They're contracting. If this feels like too much, make sure that you always hold on. Remember, that's always your option. Now let's just go side to side. So we go up and across and back over. Up and across, up and across. Now we go over to the right and we stay here. Stay here, breathe. Can you feel the muscles on the left side of your torso contracting to hold you here? They are contracting. Let's switch. Up and over and hold. Maybe you can even put your hand on your right side waist so you can feel what's going on there. There's contraction going on there. Let's go over to the right again. Up and across and breathe. And then up and over and across. Make sure you keep breathing. Try to keep your neck as a natural extension of the rest of your torso. Let's go up and over, then we'll add to it. Up and over, stay here. Can we reach the opposite leg out? Just kind of slide your foot out. That's a little bit of a counterbalance, isn't it? Come back to center. Let's go the other way. See if you can do leg and torso same time. Keep facing me. Try not to face the floor or the ceiling. Let's do it again. Slide in, lean and reach. How do you feel? You feel like you need to hold on? Make sure you do if you feel that you need to. In and over. How's that breathing doing? Now we'll add some arms to this. So lean over, reach your leg, and then maybe you reach one arm down or out or up. This is tougher. Switch, lean and reach your leg, and then arm goes down or out or up. Keep straightening your spine. Don't let it collapse down. And then we switch. Lean and reach, arm, maybe the other arm too, down or out or up. That's even harder, so only do this if it's right for you. Come on in and switch. Leg, one arm, maybe both. Can you still smile? All right, let's come back to center. Separate your feet about shoulder width, gentle twists here. Just relieving any tension that may have accumulated while we were working. Keep breathing. And then come back to center. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. And do that again. Up and back and down. Then let's take a little break and we'll move into our lower body here. So the feet are wide. We're at the front edge of the chair. We drop this knee down. This knee is over the ankle. Are you there? Are you holding on? Make sure you hold on. And then we rock the pelvis forward and back, forward and back. We're just taking a little recovery time for our core muscles. And then stop and take your time. Switch sides. At the front edge of the chair, let your knee drop down under your hip. This knee is over the ankle. Hold on as much as you need to. Rock the pelvis forward and back. Stretching through the hip flexors here in the front of the leg and hip complex. And then face front. All right, back to core work now. So what we're about to do is wholly dependent on you keeping your spine straight and tall like this. So we'll be tipping forward and tipping back, but it's important that you don't round, okay? I just felt that was worth going over before we started. Sit halfway between the front and the back of the chair. Your feet are about shoulder width. Your hands are on your legs. You can turn your hands in if that feels more comfortable. Shoulders down. Like I said, long, straight, neutral spine. Inhale, and then exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. How does this tempo feel? Is it too slow or too fast? I don't recommend going too much faster, but if you need to go slower, feel free to do that. Now we can build on this. So right now we're moving basically just the weight of our torso, and we're supporting with our hands. Here's how we can build on it. One arm across. So now we don't have the support of this arm on the leg, and we're moving the weight of the arm as well. How about both arms? If that feels right for you, try it. Are you still long and straight through your spine? How about this? Fingers to temple. You feel the work happening in your back muscles, especially right about here. Feel the tension in your back. That's the kind of tension that makes us stronger. What about both arms? Keep breathing. Now we're going to add some arms away from the temple. If you're with me here, then you can try it. Come forward and hold. Come forward, hold. And then rise up. Do it again. Come forward, hold. and come up. Do it again. This time the arm reaches out. Come forward, hold, reach your arm out, bring it back in, sit up. Other arm this time. Forward, out, in, and up. Forward, arm goes out, arm comes in, and up. Forward, brace through your midsection, arm, and up. Now forward and hold this time. Don't go anywhere. Keep breathing. Can we do one arm? Can we do both arms? Can you draw your shoulder blades together toward your spine? Are you still reaching out through the crown of your head? Make sure that you are. Push into the floor firmly with your feet. Now can we tilt a little bit to one side like you're turning your chest toward one side of the room? And then come back to center and turn the other way. And back to center. Are you doing this with your fingers to your temples? Or do you still have your hands across your chest? Or do you still have your hands on your legs? Those are all options for what we're doing here. The airplane wing arms are only if you need that much challenge. Maybe you don't. Come back to center. Hands on your legs now. Come on up. Roll your shoulders. How did that feel? Were you starting to feel fatigued in your back? Maybe your shoulders? All right, easy twist now. Twist, exhale, inhale, center. Keep your legs sturdy. Exhale and twist. Now we come back to the center. Walk your feet in. Let's scoot toward the front edge of our chair a little bit more. Make sure you scoot your feet forward as well. So you still have this 90-degree bend at your knee. Your feet are hip joint distance apart. Hold on to the chair. Now again, this is wholly dependent on you keeping your spine neutral. So it's effective and it's safe. That's important for your safety. Pull your shoulders back, hands on the chair. Now lean back. Exhale. And then sit up. Inhale. Lean back. Keep going with that. I just want to show you from the side so you get a view of my back. I'm moving my arms so you can see my back. See how it's straight? I'm not rounding like this, and I'm not overly arching like this. All right? That's so important. Neutral. Back and up. Shoulders away from ears. Now you know how we gradually make this more intense if it's right for you. Let's try it. One arm across your chest. That feels more challenging, doesn't it? If you want, you can put one hand on your abdomen and feel the muscles contract. Let's make sure the feet stay on the floor now. They're not coming off the floor. How about both arms across your chest? Is that okay for you? Now back and hold. And up, back and hold. And up. This should not change length. This should stay the same length, whether you're here or you're here. That space between your chest and your navel stays long. Now can we try a little rotation? Back and rotate to the right. Back, right, center. This time to the left. Back, rotate, center. We're not leaning back too far. We don't need to. So now we're working through our rectus abdominis, a little bit through our hip flexors, and a little bit through our internal and external obliques. And if we draw the navel in and hold it in, then we're helping to work some more layers of abdominal muscle as well. There's a bunch of layers down there. And we want to keep them all strong. We have 4 more just like this. Back. How's your neck doing? Is your neck getting sore and tired? Don't lean back quite so far if that's happening for you. We only have 2 more. And then come on up. Now we'll do something called child's pose. This is the seated version. Scoot back a little bit. Bring your feet in closer together, knees together, and then we hinge forward from the hips. Take your forearms on your legs, or if it's comfortable, watch, you can go under your legs, but the back stays long and straight. Let me show you that just in case you're not sure. Long and straight, including the neck. So maybe it's better with your arms on top. See what works best for you. Stay here for a moment. This is a great time to take a water break too. If you need it, grab it, take a sip. Now hands on your legs, help yourself up. So we're halfway between the front and the back of the chair, so sitting halfway into the chair. Take your feet out, maybe a little wider than your shoulders, so you're out toward the corners of your sturdy armless chair. And then we'll hold the chair at first. Now this is the midline of our body. We're going to draw the knee across the midline and then the other knee up and across the midline. So it goes at a diagonal, right? Diagonal, back down. Now as you do this, you're holding on. You're stabilizing with your arms. And of course, you're stabilizing with the muscles of your core. Now how about if we add the opposite elbow to knee? Try it with me on this side. Across. And then switch. Now this is the example where we're still holding on with one hand. If you don't need to hold on, then goalpost arms, and here we go. Across. Inhale, exhale. Now I just want to draw your attention to the fact that we're not changing length from our chest to our navel. It's staying long. We're twisting, we're drawing across our midline, but we're not bending like this. We're not. How about 2 on each side? 1 and 2, switch. Are you still holding on with one or both hands? It's okay if you are. And again. Let's do a few more. One more double on each side. Last time, 2 here. All right, and then release that. Arms come down. Walk your feet into about hip joint distance. Roll your shoulders up and then back and then down. Up, back, then down. Okay. Now we need to scoot back so we can get our hands right here on the front corners of our chair. Now we're going to do a little shuffle. It doesn't matter what kind of floor you're on. You make your feet light and you shuffle them. And the way you do that is by pushing with your hands. All right, you ready? Push with your hands, make your feet light. And here we go, in sets of 3. 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 3, pause. Breathe. If it helps, count with me. 1, 2, 3. If you're counting with me, I know that you're breathing. Push with your arms, don't lean back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. Now, if this hurts your wrists, then you'll just make your feet light without pushing with your hands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. And stop. Feet on the floor. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. And again. All right, let's stretch out our wrists a little bit. So don't be surprised if you felt that a little bit in your arms, your shoulders, maybe your wrists and your hands, because we were using them a lot. But remember, the wrists, the shoulders, and the hands, and the legs, which is what we were using, those are all connected to what? Our core. That's right. 2 more like this. Let's go back to our child's pose now. If you need to scoot forward, do so. Bring your ankles and knees together, arms on top or arms underneath. Neutral, long and straight with your spine. And then hands on your legs, press yourself up. All right, along with working our core, we did a lot of work for our hip flexors. So let's give those a stretch. Feet wide, you're at the front edge. Turn, hold on. Just like we did in the warm-up, except this time, straighten your back leg back a little bit more. Square to the side. Now, if it feels okay to twist, here's how we do it. The hand that's closest to me goes here, and then you look back over the back of your chair. Let's cool it down and stretch it out a little bit, shall we? All right, and then release that. Let's go to the other direction now. I want you to take your time. Cooling down, stretching out, showing our body some love. Wiggle your back foot back so your back leg is straighter. Square, and then we twist. Are you still sitting up tall? Make sure that you are. And then we'll turn to the front. Let's bring the feet about shoulder width distance apart, somewhere in there. Take your right hand on the chair, take your left arm up and over, and we'll stay here. Make sure you're supporting with your right hand because we want this left side to stretch. If you're supporting with your right hand, it allows that to happen. Shoulders away from ears, and if you're able to straighten your top leg, go for it. Your top arm, this is your arm, top arm. Take some deep breaths here. Relax your shoulders on the exhales. And then switch. Support with your left hand. Top arm goes up. And then maybe it's straighter. We're trying to get some side bend going here so we can stretch out some of these muscles that worked so hard in our core strengthening work. All right, let's come up. Scoot to the front edge of your chair once again, and your feet go with you. You still have 90 degrees here in your knees. Take your hands behind you. In this angle, they're going to grab the back of the chair, and then watch my shoulders. Pull them back and slide them down your back, and then slide your hands up further as you lean forward. So we're still maintaining, I'm going to pretend like I'm doing it here, we're still maintaining that straight spine. Right? Not here. Straight and long. Feel what's happening all across your collarbones, across your chest. And then we'll sit up. Now we're still at the front edge of our chair for this. One leg is straight, lean forward, flex your foot. We're hinging forward from the hip. And then we're up and we switch. Now, if you're looking forward right now, your neck is out of alignment. So pull your chin in and tip forward from there. Pull your toes back towards your shin. And then we'll come all the way up. Scoot back in your chair. Let's limber our wrists a little bit more. How about some circles? How about circles with the fingers spread? Feels different, doesn't it? And then one more time here. And then arms come down to your sides. Roll your shoulders up and back, then down. So how did that feel? By taking our upper and mid body into different relationships with gravity in conjunction with leg patterns, we were able to train our core. Stability, strength, even a little bit of mobility toward the end. Remember, the more we train our core, the stronger it gets, and the stronger we can be overall. So come back and do this session again with me soon. Thanks for being here with me, but thank yourself for being here and taking some time just for you. I'll see you next time.